Well, Timber has joined Mikel Arteta in Marbella to carry out what we call the early pre-season training, and some other 4-5 players of Arsenal that I'm going to be letting you know about. Welcome to the Football News Show, Rokani Media Football it is. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. And let's continue to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, today is really one of those days that you need to obviously come in through and really thank Lord for the gift of life. And for the Muslims, you know how we do it. We say Barak Lau Fikum. Now, we are going to be going into this Arsenal news show and obviously try to see how things have gonna obviously go on as reported by different sides of the media. Now, let's see close to 200 likes watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, let's start it off with James Beng, who happens to be an Arsenal correspondent for the CBS Sports Football. He has come out and told us the following: that Ben White, Eddie Nketiah, Jurrien Timber, Reece Nelson, Emile Smith-Rowe, and Fabio Vieira joined up with Mikel Arteta in Marbella on Monday this week to work on their fitness and form 3 weeks ahead of the preseason. Odegaard to join in the coming days. Then he added and said, CBS Sports understands that Emile Smith-Rowe traveled out a week before the rest of the squad to get a head start of his fitness work. Nelson, meanwhile, favors a move away from club, according to CBS Sports sources. Crystal Palace, West Ham, and Brighton are long-term admirers. Now, Jurrien Timber is one of those players that Arsenal fans really missed a lot last season. You all know why, because he really got a very, very, very bad injury that kept him out of action for almost the season, and he only came in through to play against the side of Everton, I think, in the last game of the season at the Emirates. So, in so doing, the manager is like, let me obviously take in these players, and they start training 3 weeks prior to the preseason. But I think the preseason is on, and I think it's gonna be this week, all right, plus the 2 weeks. I think it's not 2 weeks. It's expected that most of the players of Arsenal that haven't gonna take part into the Euros are gonna come up to return at the Solidarity Training Center to train officially between the 8th and 10th of July. That's when the preseason kickstarts off for the club of Arsenal, meaning that it's 2 weeks earlier. And for Jurrien Timber, it's really a special case because he has to obviously get in these 3 weeks, these 2 weeks of hard training with Mikel Arteta in Marbella to see to it that he really meets the fitness levels of other players. For players like Emile Smith-Rowe, we know it that he flew way back, I think last week, to Marbella to join Mikel Arteta to train. He's one of those players that, however much he has gone ahead to register huge interest from other teams, he doesn't want to leave Arsenal. He believes he can be one of those pivotal players that can play for that Arsenal side. And even Mikel Arteta believes that there is still a player in Emile Smith-Rowe that can come in through at Arsenal and really get the job done and dusted. That is the most important bit of it all. So, as it stands, the side of Arsenal are really working hard. And in the due course of working hard, they want these players to be on the same wavelength of fitness to see to it that they obviously compete at different levels. Benjamin White is one of those who snubbed the English national team. He was part of the people that Southgate wanted to obviously go and play in the Euros to do the needful, and I must anticipate that he would have gone ahead to obviously do the needful and really win. He would have gone ahead to do the needful and really take all this load that guy known as Kyle Walker out of that position, because Kyle Walker isn't really that special kind of player, but Benjamin White is, because he really had, I think, a better season than Kyle Walker. That is Benjamin White for you. So, the other player is Reece Nelson, a player who really hit Sobha Reality Training Center early last week, and he has been training there, and now Arteta is going to have to call him to train with him. And one of the things that Arteta is going to be doing to a player like Reece Nelson and Eddie Nketiah, I think is going to convince them that maybe you can have another good season at the club of Arsenal. You understand? Because Arsenal hasn't gone ahead to sign any player. You all know that. They haven't gone ahead to sign any player so far. And you never know. The decision that these players make, the trio of the English players make, will obviously mean a lot when it comes to obviously to what it is. So I'm thinking that it's really a very good startup for Mikel Arteta, because he knows to it that these players are going to be important for him in the games they're going to be playing in the preseason. You get? Now, when you look at the players he's really going to be having, I will look at the players that Mikel Arteta is going to be having, they can even make a team. For example, Carl Hayne is going to have to be given a new contract and is going to be available, right? Then, Benjamin White right back, Jurrien Timber in the central defense. Now you can talk about Odegaard coming in through Emily Smith or Reece Nelson. All those players are going to be really important in the preseason of Arsenal. And remember, Arsenal will play its first game that is official in the preseason on the 28th of July. Yes, then Liverpool on the 1st August of July. Then they will play Leverkusen 7th August, and they will play Lyon. They will play Lyon on the 11th of August before they prepare to start off their Premier League season alongside Wolverhampton Wanderers on the 17th of August. That is Arsenal for you. So, we are eagerly waiting to see how things are really going to be panning out for the club of Arsenal. But there is intent of Mikel Arteta to get in these players early enough and see where the fitness levels are. For Emily Smith Rowe, interest is there. For Reece Nelson, he has already come out and obviously given us a very huge hint on where he wants to be. And he has requested the board of Arsenal to really allow him talk to teams that really want to sign him. You understand? So, we wait and see how that pans out. But it's not really an easy job for Mikel Arteta, because he's going to lose 3 homegrown players. And I think he has going to have to call them early enough to see to it that they can maybe force Arsenal to change their game plan, their transfer plan, if at all they really reach the levels of Arsenal that Arteta believes they're supposed to be on. But I believe he should be ruthless. He should let them go. And that is it. He should let them go and obviously get in players that can really do the needful. Now, McGrath Mike has come out and told us that Fulham have made Emily Smith Rowe one of their summer transfer priorities and are ready to bid for the player early in the window. A sale would represent pure profit of Arsenal from a profit and sustainability perspective. Now, we all know Fulham, that their number 10, Andreas Pereira, who has been doing wonders there, is wanted by a side called Atletico Madrid. And with him playing in the Copa America, you never know how many other suitors are going to come in through for him. You understand? So Fulham is like, we can get him Emily Smith Rowe and see how things really pan out for him at our side. So it's one of the teams that have gone ahead to obviously show interest, but even Crystal Palace is one of those that have gone ahead to show interest in signing Emily Smith Rowe. Now, Fabrizio Romano has said also that he's one of the names that Fulham mentioned internally during a meeting to plan for summer transfer windows. Still, it will be up to Arsenal also, as even in January they insisted to keep him. I think he deserves to play. He needs to play, but I understand Mikel Arteta when he wants to keep as many as players possible. Arsenal, like all clubs who are ambitious in big positions, will need good squad depth again next season. So let's see what happens. Yeah, out of the 3 players, on Reece Nelson, Nketiah, and Emily Smith Rowe, one of those players that I believe Mikel Arteta doesn't want to lose is Emily Smith Rowe. I believe that he thinks that if at all he's at Arsenal for one more season, he can really break the barriers. He can break the chains and really get back into the team and become an exciting player as he was in the season of 2021-2022 as a central attacking midfielder and as a left attacking midfielder. So Arteta really has huge belief in the player. So wait and see how that pans out. But it's really going to be one of those moments that you need to come out and really have a very huge eyeball lens to see to it that you predict the best. But in the coming 2 3 weeks, we'll be knowing the future of these 3 players. But we all know that the rest are really untouchable. Odegaard is untouchable. Timber is untouchable. Benjamin White is untouchable. You know, for Fabio Vieira, question marks are still there onto his future at Arsenal. But he's a player that Mikel Arteta really likes hugely. And he knows if at all he keeps his fitness levels high and doesn't really get injured, he can be very important to the side of Arsenal and how Arsenal really wants to play. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name. I call upon for your reactions of Jurrien Timber joining Mikel Arteta in Marbella alongside Emily Smith Rowe and very many others. What is the reason behind this? Do you have the same say with me, or you really have a different thought altogether? Good night, those going to bed. I'm out.